Well, hi, good morning. Thanks for joining me in my shop here. Oh, we're not alone. There's another one up here. Knocking stuff over. We're right off to a good start here. Look at this. There's nowhere to go, cat. It's just... Oh. Yeah, that's a good start. Okay. Good morning. Hello and welcome to my shop, where cats behave like crazy people and I try to fix a radio. Oh, we're not going to try that. That's a terrible introduction. That's the worst one I've ever done. Well, hi, good morning. Thank you so much for joining me in my shop. Today is March 15th. It's the Ides of March, and it's time to do a... oh my gosh, it's up there. Time to do an alignment on this radio and find out how well it really performs. It's performing quite well right now, in fact. But after an alignment, it should do much better. So the alignment comes in a couple of steps. The first step will be the IF alignment. That's the adjustment of the intermediate frequency. Oh my gosh, the intermediate frequency transformers. And what are you doing there? No, you can't operate that. There's nothing for you up there. Do you want to come down? Do you want to come down? Not particularly. Carry on. Yeah, I gotta carry on too. So first thing is we will try to figure out where it's tuned right now, where the IF is tuned. Oh no, I have to put a string on this radio. Oh, he says, expressing tremendous pain and disappointment. Yes, I have to do the string today. That's what I have to do. There's no way I can align a radio without a string on it. Okay, well, boy, okay, gotta shift my gears here a little bit. Okay, I think I've prepared myself emotionally to try to put a string on this radio. So, then the sound you're hearing, that's my cats battling it out around the corner here. Okay, let's take a look at the stringing diagram. Here's the stringing diagram here. Now, I've studied this a little bit already. And when you look at the radio from the back, you don't see this. This is viewed from the front. But there is no view from the front. There's a panel in the way. You can't see it like this. You see it flipped around. So the first thing is, this is a mirror image of what I need to see. It needs to be the other way around. These two are on the left when I view it, not on the right. And that makes all this just a little more hard to get around in your head here. 2 turns around the drive shaft. Installation of pointer at low frequency end of dial gang closed. They're not exactly showing a pointer mark. Maybe there is one on the panel here. I haven't really looked. But somehow we have to figure out. We have to figure out where this goes on the string exactly. Okay, all disappointing stuff so far. The last thing I need is this thing to twist around like that, the image. Okay, let's take a look at a few things. Couple of landmarks we can make here, or identify things in the diagram that match the wheel and get things oriented. So one of the first things is this gap right here where the string goes through to go in here. Where's that gap? So when I look at the diagram, the gap is on the right hand side of the diagram. The diagram is viewed from the front. So welcome to the confusion here. It says it's shown with the capacitor closed or tuned to the low end. That's closed. You can see this is on the right, and on the diagram it's on the other side. Knob is directly below, directly below the center of this wheel. Now if we go up, there are 2 pulleys, and then we go across, and again it's flipped around the other way. This is just going to drive me nuts. So look at how it's attached. So what I see is one string coming right to the center of the big wheel, and you can see, look down here, there's a little tab thing sticking out here. I believe that's what the string is attached to on the diagram, which I could point with my mouse here. Right here, this part right here, I believe there's that little bump sticking out. That's what they're indicating. This part here, so we see the bump, and we have a bar and a bar right in this space, and this is the one that wants to, it looks like it hooks on or ties to it. I'm not really clear on what's going on right here. This one's kind of obvious, but what about here? So we'll look for this bar. Okay, that's got to be easy to do. Or another way is from the gap right here. How's my stomach going there? Yeah, confusion abounds here. So I don't think I can do this with that diagram that way. I think I've got to do something and get the diagram the other way around so it matches the way I'm looking at this, or I know what's going to happen to me. I'm just going to get so confused. Painfully confused. Yeah, I think I'm going to ponder how I can turn this around. Okay, so I've managed to flip the image around so it matches the radio, or does it really match the radio? Can you just use a computer to flip that image and you get it correct? So that's my first question. Can I really follow this now? So let's do a few comparisons. So obviously we got the two pulleys in the right place, and the pointer showing over here now. It says the radio is tuned to the lower end, and this would be the lower end, so that's kind of adding up. With the capacitor closed, we should find the opening here, which we do. It's right there. And that little tabby thing is over here, which is just what the diagram shows. I can't point on the diagram. And around the tuning knob now. My guess is having reversed this is just fine, and I just follow it. The other thing about the string going on the controller, we're going to take a closer look at it, is it can be wrapped from front to back or from back to front, and not only the way you wrap it, but also whether it's from front to back. That's an issue. Let's take a look at this knob underneath here. But first, let's take a look at this. I noticed this earlier. There's a spring jammed in here. Can you see it there, just beyond my finger? That's a spring. What is it doing there? What is there? Why would there ever be a spring there? So let's just take a look at it. I would say it's fallen into this place. Maybe it's been dragged down by the string. I'm turning the knob here. There's no string. It's pretty weird. Let's see if I can just pop it out of there. It's just caught on the edge. No, apparently not. There's something more holding it. Okay, we'll see that underneath once we flip this up. Take a look. Here's the knob. There's nothing on it at all. You can see it's shaped like a shallow U, like this. That's very important for it. Here's the string. It does seem to be just caught on the spring here. Now, what's holding it back now from coming through? So I can pull this out of the top and get my very helpful tool here. Where'd it go? What is holding it in? There it is. So what was this other spring? I pulled another spring out of here, this one. So this appears to be a spring that is sprung. It's been pulled out. Why would this be here? If I look on the diagram, the only possible place for a spring is on that arm there. If you see where the wait a minute here. Oh, so my mouse doesn't show the way. So I used a new technique to put that image up on the screen, and I cannot get my mouse on it. But anyway, the string is terminated in two ends on the big wheel up there, and the one end looks like it goes on the little tab, and the other end appears to have the spring on it, and it looks like it just hooks on that bar, which is really, I've never seen it done so kind of loosely. So now we talk about how to approach this whole thing. So first we got to get it wound around the bobbin here. Let's call it the bobbin, and then pushed up through two holes in here. So I need the string to go up like this. Once it gets up on top, one part goes the long way around. I'll have to steady it very carefully. The string is drawn very carefully around the big wheel there. I can actually follow it. So that's what I will do. But I think obviously I got to start by getting it around the bobbin. Now, this is drive shaft. You know, I cannot read it backwards. 2 turns around the drive shaft. So I'm looking at the diagram on my computer, and I would say that the piece, I would say I can tell which way it's front to back, which way it's done. Now wait, now this is turned around, so which way is the knob pointing? So the knob would be pointing just like I see it on the back. So the way I'm looking at it on the reversed image there is exactly the way it is. So it looks like it's coming down this side and wrapping around behind, and then out. Whoops, and then out. So just to practice a bit with the string I have in my hand. So it doesn't give the string length anywhere. I can pre-cut the string. I cannot pre-cut the string, or I run the risk of wasting a lot of string. My string is here. This is the string. I have a lot of it. I don't want to waste it. At the same time, the string has to come through these 2 holes. So in order to not cut the string off the reel prematurely, I'll have to feed it through the holes first from above, and then wrap it appropriately. I'm just doing this off the top. I'm not doing this seriously now. Just like that, and then out the hole. One of the things about doing this is once you start the string in place, you got to maintain tension on it, just a little bit of tension, or the string will just pop off stuff. See, it just pop off there. And that's what makes this so frustrating. That's why you have to be mentally prepared. Like maybe go to an asylum for a week before you do this, and build up your emotional tolerance to the stresses here. So the thing about this is it seems so simple, but it's actually quite difficult to do. Well, I'm gonna take a little break. I got a bit of a plan here. I haven't got the whole plan, but I got most of the plan already. How to do this without losing my mind. Okay, I've got both cats in here with me, so we'll see how this goes. So again, just on sort of a practice level, I have this wound on here, but I just put it on kind of randomly. So if I'm following the diagram, and we see the string come up the outside from the outside here, that's correct. Okay, come up the outside, and then it's going to go down. How am I going to do this with this big big spool here. Sometimes you can lay the string in, you know, roughly how it's supposed to go, and then get an idea of the length and cut it. But there's a gamble there. So this is supposed to go around the big wheel. Let me put this down here. Go around the big wheel, up and over, out and back, up, over, out. And, oh, this is great. Stringing a cat. This isn't going to go well. Yeah, he's on his way. Nothing to see here. And we're coming back here. And we're going down this way. Around. I'm trying to look at it very closely now. Around and in. So looks like we come around. And we go in. And then we're heading for that tab. So we would want to tie a loop on the end of the string, put it over the tab, pull the string back, and pull it back fairly tight all the way. Then we're coming up the other side. Coming up the other side. So I have a little bit of string here. Probably not enough. That's all cat sounds you're hearing. Okay, so I just want to get a grip on the string. The string has to come up. There's a lot more string there. To come up and come over. No, yeah. Oh, I lost track of what I was doing. It's coming up. Coming back. Over and in. Right, over and in. So it'd be coming. Can I possibly get enough string there? Yes, I can. Oh, I don't want to turn the wheel. Just want to pull more string through. Okay, we got a lot more string now. It's supposed to come up. Don't you wonder what's going on behind me? That funny sound. So this would come over through the gap. It's getting paralleled with another piece of wire. So the issue now is which side does this go on? A piece of string rather. This side or the other side? So we're looking at it very carefully. Ooh, it doesn't really reveal it, does it? So the string going down this side is just traveling down the edge here. It's not actually wound around it. I would guess it goes behind. Goes behind. Okay. Going behind it, then comes down, goes through here, and then it's going to tie on this little knobby thing. So it's just about the right length. So I'm going to put a loop on the end here. Okay, so I put a nice little loop in the end. I don't know how this is supposed to go. So I'm going to try to put it on the little nub in there. Don't get it tangled up now. So now I'm actually starting to put the string on for real. I mean, maybe not. I still have to deal with the get it around the tuning knob correct. I really haven't resolved that. So we come down to the gap. From the gap, we're going up. We're behind the string. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, got a mistake here. Got the string caught on the shaft. How did that happen? How did I manage that? I guess it must have dropped low at some point. So the thing about doing this is you need to be prepared to for the frustration that may come with it. If your expectation is this will take half an hour or 15 minutes, worse yet, you're liable to get pretty upset doing this kind of stuff. That's what I find. So I just try to take it slow and remain calm. Remain calm at all times. That doesn't even have to be up there right now. And you notice the situation completely unstrung the radio at this point. Okay, the main thing is to get this little nubbin on. See if I can just get things a little bit closer here. Okay, on to the nubbin. Okay, we're on. Up through the thing, through the gap, around and over the top. And then it just goes down through the hole. Yes, it does. Down to the knob. This is going to come off anyway, but now there's a chance that I have this correct. I might put this all the way there. Okay, so I can pull on this string and maintain tension. Which way is this on the knob? So I'm going to turn the knob and try to, it didn't work at all. If I turn this, just think about it. If this has to go this way, it's going to pull the string up. It's going to cause the knob to go clockwise. Is that true? If this thing goes clockwise, the knob goes clockwise. Is that true? Then this string is going over the top here, and it's got the pointer on it. Okay, so the pointer's out here. So as I go to turn this to tune the radio, I'll be pulling the pointer this way. You know what? I got this right on the knob. I think I got it right on the knob. He says with a sound of amazement in his voice. So from here we would go down. Look at the diagram. Very carefully inside. We just go around and go in through the gap here. So now I'm going to get an idea of the length of the string. Oop, it just came off. Pull here. So from here it's going down. I'm on the wrong side of the shaft. It's going down, and it's going to go around. And it'll come back up. So that would, I'm trying to estimate the amount of string now. That's more than enough. Right there, and it would come up here, go in this gap, and then it's spring loaded to the arm right here. So that spring is small. I think this is the spot right here. So I'm going to mark this with a pen. Hang on to the spot. Okay, I'm going to stop for a few minutes and because I have actually become a little bit anxious, and I really need to be relaxed to do this without getting wrung out. Coffee will relax me. Okay, ready for the most difficult part here. So first I'm going to derail these and put them behind their pulleys. And got two benefits from doing this. One is they're much less likely to fall off while I'm working. And it also, once I have the string on, as I put these back on the pulleys, it'll pull the string a bit and increase the tension. I still have to get this exactly right. So this comes down now, goes back around. I already measured it to here. Did I to this green spot now? That's my proposed cut the string spot. Double checking it. I think it's way too short. Let me look at it. Too short. So we'll go nice and long on it. That's got to be enough. Wouldn't you say? Would everybody say? All those in favor, raise your hands. We'll go another inch here. There we go. Okay, I'm committed now. So the trick now is to tie the spring on the right spot on the string to produce enough tension to make this whole thing work. You can't have too much tension. That's no good. So first I'm going to pull the string under the center shaft here. Okay, I'm going to send it out and around. There we are. We go inside here, and then from here, according to that, we go kind of across the string to here. So the spring is just running from here to there, right where the green dot was. What are you doing here? He's underneath my bench right now. Okay, so we get the spring. Where's the spring? Where'd that little spring go? Oh, there's a cat. Where's the spring go? Oh, come on, you didn't grab the spring, did you? No, I've lost the little tiny spring. Here it is, here it is, here it is. So this spring is stretched a little bit. Let me just drop that. Kind of tensions. This is a low strength spring here. This is not putting much tension into things at all. I think it should close right up. So consequently, we only have this much range, where normally we would have something more like that. I think I need another spring here. Where? Oh, okay. Let me look and see if I can find a spring. Okay, let's see what we got here. So I have some old vintage strings, and then I have this set of new springs, but these are really too much. Maybe something up in here would work. Let me take a look at this one here. These are pretty strong. Well, that's good. I like that. Now, is it too big to go in here? I don't think so. So we would have to shape this to be a hook, and that's no problem. And okay, when I do that, shape it for a hook. See if I wanted to hook on like this. All we got to do is just bend this out a little bit. I think that'll hook. It's just a little more like that. It's going to hook on the bar. We're going to want it to be about like that. So this. Is that even going to work? This is trickier than I thought. Oop. Hooked on there. Okay, now did that do a disastrous thing to this whole deal? Pulling on that? Not really. That's got a hook on there. Oddly shaped. It's not a totally, this is not totally flat here. There we go. Okay, so that would go on like that. And then this string, oh, too many. Good, that'll stay there. Go down. This is the part where you got to get it really close in terms of tying the spring on. Come on, get down there. Okay, coming up. Just peeking in the hole. That green thing is actually the green mark is pretty good. So we're going to pop the spring off here. Okay, we're going to tie it on because I'm going to pick up some slack here when I put these back on the wheels. I should pull the spring a bit. We're going to want to tie this on here. Use the loop technique. These cats are destroying my shop behind me while I'm doing this. Oh, I don't think this worked. No, it didn't work. Try it again. A little short, if anything. Okay, there's the green mark. It's probably better to put the spring on the end of the string here. This is the clipping end, this is the string end. There we are. Now then. Okay, should I put it on? I'll be fighting with it, so I'm not going to put it. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this on here. Towards the end, of course, the string goes under tension, and then everything can become more difficult. Is that not the right thing? Come on, go on there. Oh, this is tricky. Get a hold of it here. How's that going to help? Okay, got the spring on. What happens now? There's a knot there sticking out. Don't anybody pop off. Now I got to push the string onto the wheel. I use this tool here. Can you see how it's shaped? It has a pushing hook. I feel like I call this my pusher-puller tool. this is definitely the hardest part here. So what I'd like to do is hook it and pull it on, but I can't, I don't know. It's not going to work. Okay, here we go. And the string is on. Okay. We have a problem with the clearance on the spring here. The spring may be so big it's going to bump into the bracket. Okay, man. Turn the knob. See what happens. What happened? It's going a bit. We need to apply some lubrications here and there. This spring is just missing this bracket. Okay, so this knob, I should have oiled a couple of things here before doing this, and I didn't. I'll do it now. So these knobs, they often get really tight to turn. You might think it's the string or something, but in fact it's just this knob. So we're going to loosen that up. Oh, that made a big difference right there. Now there's some other areas here that we should lubricate at this point. The capacitor itself. There's usually ball bearings. Yes, there are ball bearings here. Let me just show them to you in case you're not familiar. So the front one is usually ball bearings. You can see them in there. And then the back is just a shaft going like I don't know what to call it. There's no ball bearings at the back. There's usually a tensioning nut. You see that big nut down there? You loosen that nut and then turn the screw a little bit. Change the tension and position of the plates here, but that almost never needs to be done on these radios. Why did I grab this camera again? I don't remember. What was I showing you? I don't remember. So turn in the knob and you can see it's oh yeah, where it needs to be lubricated. So let me switch cameras here again. So this will reduce the back pressure on the string. And probably don't need to do this one. Now there's also grounding parts. I got to get that camera back. There's some grounding contacts, sliding grounding contacts, which are really critical. Here's my camera. The rotating shaft is grounded. You might think the rotating shaft is not grounded, and the fixed plates are grounded, but they're not. The fixed plates are insulated. The rotating plates are grounded to the chassis. In most radios, not always, but there's a couple ways of doing it. So where is the sliding contact? Right there. Can you see? Can you see? There's now. I need a pointer. These are springy. This is a. This material right here is springy, and it's springing against. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the camera and getting this all mixed up. It's springing against this surface right in here, and that's the contact down there. So, and there's one on that side. There's one on this side, two of them. And then there's sometimes towards the back. There might be another one back here. I'm not sure. That's the grounding, and sometimes these capacitors get kind of scratchy. When you tune the radio, it jumps around a bit or something like that. It can be this ground connection. So I'm going to throw a little WD-40 on it. Just a tiny amount. Okay, so everything should be loose. These things, they could also get tight, but I don't think it's going to cause a problem. So now it's tuning good. It's bunging up. I think it's bunging up underneath here. We'll have to take a look and see. By bunging up, I mean where I've got a string going around the shaft a couple times, the string is tumbling onto itself. We'll have to examine that, and it might reveal I've done it wrong. Should I, yeah, I'm going to tighten it up because the tension can have a big effect on how the string goes around the tuning shaft. This has got lots of tension. It's got a little more than I expected. So sometimes the tension won't pull off, won't pull against the string until you do that, until you do something. Oh boy, she is a tight one. That's good though. If you get it too tight, it will start pulling the parts together. It'll pull this plate down, it'll pull this wheel sideways. So I mean, there is a limit here. We will take a look now at the spring situation. What did we end up with? So the spring is pulled out pretty good. That's just beautiful. Couldn't ask for a better result, I don't think. Now we're going to look underneath and see what's happened. That I boob it up underneath. We need a close-up camera on this, I think. Just give me a second here. I'm going to get something set up. Okay, you can see where I have my little camera aimed. This is what you see through it. I'm going to tune the radio. We're going to watch how this string operates. It should crawl across, back and forth, and when it gets to these edges here, it should do this self-sliding sort of thing. So first we'll let it go across. Now it's starting to climb up the other wall, and there, it should do that. That's what you want it to do, that exact thing. Why is this feeling tighter and tighter as I turn it? There's an error. Oh, I didn't get it right. There's an error. It's not right at all. It's not right at all. I boobed it up. I boobed it up. Boy, I thought this was going great. This was just, wow, look at that. It's fantastic. So what's happening here? Let me grab the other camera. Oh, you're still looking through that camera. What is happening here? I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not from here. So I'm nowhere near the end of the run here. It's got to go further. But you can see that, oh, it may not be what I think it is. I think the string is tangled there. That looks bad. How could I ever correct this? Like, I can always take the spring off. You know what it is? It's just this spring end has caught the string here. So a minor. So if I just pull the spring off, get it under the string and stick it back. Okay, that's good. Oh man alive! I thought I was completely wrong, but hopefully not. Okay, gonna go drink a little coffee and then we'll try and fix that. Okay, let's get a go here. I have my assistant with me. That's going to help a lot, I'm sure. So first we want to unhook. I think it's better to unhook the actual. Oh, first I have to dismount the string from the upper pulleys here to relieve the tension. The tension. Talking about tension, where did my tool go? There it is. There it is. You can hear it in my voice that I'm not as relaxed as I normally am. And that's what this is a fight to stay relaxed. I'm working on a string. For me, anyway. I don't know, maybe I'm different from other people, but the first few of these I did not prepare myself emotionally for it, and I thought, 15 minutes. And about 45 minutes later, I'm just freaking right out. Now I accept that it's going to take an hour, probably twice as long as I might imagine. Get this done. There we go. Okay, tension's off a bit. There's a tension reliever. Where'd it go? What did you get? You got something off my bench there. Oh, here it is. What's this? Good for you. Okay, there we go. Okay, disconnect the you know what, if I take it off with this, I won't be able to get it off the hook. My other hook got bent the other day. Let me bend it back. How many times can you bend these? Quite a bit. Pretty soft. That's good enough. Pretty sharp edge on it. Cut the string. Okay, so we're going to pull the hook off, pull the spring off. Go. Got it off the hook. It's like working with a fishing hook, you know. It's going to get caught on everything. Okay. Now we're going to pull this out of here. Stick it back in behind this string. Dismounted here from the big wheel. It's completely slack at this point. So think what you want to do here. You want to think, man. You want to pull this in behind. Keep it behind. Oh, it's getting all tangled up. How did that happen? Get off there. How did that? Okay. Just to go up and in behind. Get it in behind. Got it out front again. Okay, we'll leave that there. Now we're going to try to redo the string here on the big wheel. There's no tension on the spring, so there's no tension in the string. What is going to hold it on the big wheel? Tail of excess string here I was preserving to cover my mistakes, but I know I did not make a mistake here. I'm gonna nip off the excess string, or the next thing you know I'll be all confused about that. Okay, so we're ready to go back in. Did we detangle these? Sure looks like it. Okay, now I gotta just make this hook this on here again. Sorry about the camera. I'm probably going to get my arm in front of it here. Like that. Get on there. Go on. I got it. 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 Did I really get it? Yep. Okay. Now we're going to tension up again. go. That's really tense. Again, the string may not have pulled off the tension a bit, so I'm going to pull the string to... That's a little better. Yeah, we shouldn't be able to play music with it. Okay, what happens now? Can we tune all the way across? So, no pointer on here. Okay, so that's capacitor closed. So that'd be the pointer over here. We're going. Come on, you can do it all the way. Come on, keep going. You can make it. It's done it. Success. We have had success. I'll go back. Beautiful. Oop, that was my cat falling down behind me here. Look, you can't be jumping up here. I'm going to scratch up my radio cabinet. There we go. String is on. We can go another step here, and that is we need to have the pointer on, and we need to have the pointer in the right place. This can be very tricky. So often there's instructions. There's often marks on here somewhere. A mark. Let's look and see. Is there any marks? I don't see anything. It could be like literally a dent in the metal, or you know, they've knocked the line in, but I don't see anything at all. It's going to be at one end or the other. I don't see anything. There could be instructions about line the pointer up with this bracket. It could be instructions like that. Oh, well, there's a stringing guide. It's right on the screen, Jeff. Before I said it doesn't seem to really say. Yeah. Okay. Let me stop for a sec here. Okay, let's take a look at the dial here. There can be a mark somewhere on it, usually on the left side here. So I don't see any mark. So sometimes, you know, you're supposed to line it up with the edge of these. Wow, not a lot of options here to get the pointer in the right spot. So you move the capacitor completely closed and then line the pointer up just with this edge here. And then what we could do is tune the radio and find out how close we are. So we could tune over to like 590, strong station right here, and just see if it shows up. The problem is this is here and the radio's over there. You know, short of putting the radio back into the cabinet, which I do not want to do, I'm probably going to have to do that. It's probably the only way. Would there be another way? Is there some other way? I don't know. I don't think so. I think I'm stuck here. I'm going to have to stick it back in and identify where to put the pointer. Maybe coffee before I do that. Another thing to try is to look at the stated range, tuning range of the radio. This radio's tuning range starts at 540. If you look at the dial, you can see 555 in the red dot. So the question is, when you absolutely close the capacitor, is it tuned to 540, and is 540 right on this edge? And I'm willing to bet you actually tune a touch lower than 540, and that, yeah, we should line the pointer up right on this edge. I don't see any other options here. I don't see anything at all that's going to help aside from that. So I think the radio has to go back in here. I don't know how to transfer a measurement from here over to there. I have no idea. From the center, would you measure, like, find the center and then measure over? Find the center on the plate. Wow, is that a guaranteed thing? So we have these definitely centered. So this part of the radio is centered. Now, are those push buttons centered on the radio chassis? I don't think they are. Let's take a look. Hold this here. So the question is this right in the center. Oh, it could be. Could be. I think I need to measure this. Okay. I've got to fix my tripod too. Okay, so this was built long before Canada switched to the metric system, so it's bound to be the imperial system. So I measure the distance here. This starts right on 0. And it's 11 and a half. So half of 11 and a half would be 5 and 3/4. 5 and 3/4 is here. Let's bring it down here. 5 and 3/4. It's not quite in the middle. Did I do this right? 5 and 3/4. You know what? It is in the middle. Okay, so everything is middling up here on the center line. So if I measure back from the center line of the dial face, I should be able to find where this edge is over here, and then I can set the pointer on it. I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith when you're transferring this many measurements this way and that way, but all to avoid putting the chassis back in. So if we measure this opening with my ruler that's too big, I'll have to do it like this. Starting at the 2, 10, it's exactly 8 inches. So the middle would be exactly here, 6. So how's this helping? Because I'm measuring the distance from the center over. Well, it's 4 inches. It's exactly 4 inches. It's 4 inches. That's what I wanted to find out. So if we come back up here, and without doing it precisely, we measure back 4 inches. That should be the starting point for the for it. So we put this on here, and we look for the center point right here. And then we measure 4 inches back. Anybody have any faith in this? I'm losing faith. 4 inches back, right to here where my nail is. Now I gotta mark it. Duh. Didn't I have a marker out here? I thought I had a marker handy. Okay, without moving my thumb, reaching way over here. I moved my thumb a bit, didn't I? There we are. Does anybody want to bet that's correct? So we pick a pointer now. We had 2. Wasn't this the guy that's going to go? No, this one is looped way out. This is not the right pointer. The right pointer is the other pointer. Where'd the other pointer go? It should be right here. Here it is. Okay, so it's just packed with glue in here. How we're going to attach the string here, I don't know. Look at this thing. This is loose. Oh my gosh. Whoever did this. So I think this is steel. Soldered to steel? You can't really solder to steel. Well, for now we're not going to worry about its looseness. It's not going to fall off. So we would want this to be right about here. Right here. Look, it's right over the bracket. How could it possibly be that it would go over the bracket here? Wow. Could it do that? Could it be doing that? I don't think so. The window is this wide. The window could be seeing this through the window. It hangs up here. What I can do is I can temporarily attach it to the string, and we can drive the string right across. So let me first make sure the capacitor is closed, and then to attach it on a temporary basis to the string, just clip it like this. Try and clip it like this. Can we clip it? Let me put the string right inside it, and we'll see what's going to happen here. string is up way too high in the another issue with this. See, I've just thrown the string through here where the original string went, but it's full of glue, so the string is riding high. You see the angle here? This means as you approach this, see how the angle goes up and up and up. It gets really hard to move right at the end. So you can't have the string that high. But what we're doing right now is just proving something. So how can we do that? So we want to put this, well, we're just going to put it right at the edge of this bracket here, and I'm going to clip it onto the string somehow. Okay, now we're going to go for a trip across and see what happens. Just making sure it's not slipping on the string. It's not. And we're coming right up to here. See, it's not reaching the bracket. So if I move it just a bit this way, go back. All the way, so that's all the way. So now it's stopping before the bracket on both sides and just about the center. This has to be the way to do this. I don't know how else you could do it. Getting the pointer in the right spot is very important. Yeah, it's just about identical, the distance here. One more time, just for old time's sake here. Like 7 centimeters, 7 millimeters. 7 millimeters. It's good I'm exercising this anyway, finding out if there's any more problems with the tuning string. There we are. About 7. Not going to get any better than that. Okay, I believe I've got it centered. Just leave it clipped on here for now. Now I'm in a position where I can do the alignment on the radio completely. But not today. I'm done. Doing the string, that's taken it out of me. Got a good result. Should stop now and enjoy my day. I hope you enjoy your day too. Thanks so much for watching my video. See ya.